Good morning, Eagles. This week we've been talking about how King David was a man after God's own heart. Today we'll be talking about one of his characteristics, humility. Of course, we can't talk about humility without talking about its opposite, pride. Every negative outcome that we see in the Bible is a result of pride. We could even go so far to say that all sin that we see in the Bible is a result of pride. Lying, stealing, cheating, etc., etc. It's just an attempt to put ourselves above God so that we can just get some temporary satisfaction. Pride can be one of the biggest detriments to our lives. It can prevent us from experiencing true selfless love from others and bringing it to others. And it can prevent us from having the true relationship that God intended us to have with Him and with others. We've heard on Monday that obedience is a characteristic of a man or woman that is after God's own heart. The first step to obedience is humility. James 4:10 tells us God will lift up those who humble themselves before Him. King David was far from perfect. He even committed adultery, which is seemingly one of the most worst of sins, I guess you could say. However, a key identifying marker of humility in an imperfect person is the direction they run when they sin against God. When sin enters your life, do you run away from God or do you run to Him? Running away from God says, "There's no way God can fix this. I'll have to do it myself." This attitude makes God out to be weak and incapable. Running to God says, "I know I've sinned against a good and holy God, and He is the only one who can make this right. I need to get out of the way of myself and let God take control." David chose to run to God and admit through a humble spirit his sins against God. He gives us an incredible picture of the pain sin can cause and his recognition that the only creator of the universe can relieve this pain. Psalm 32, 3-7 says, "When I kept silent, my bones became brittle from my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy on me. My strength was drained, as in the summer's heat. Then I acknowledged my sin to you, and did not conceal my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you took away the guilt of my sin. Therefore let everyone who is faithful pray to you at a time that you may be found. When great flood waters come, they will not reach him. You are my hiding place. You protect me from trouble. You surround me with joyful shouts of deliverance." Choosing humility will bless your life and will bless your relationships. May you throw away the false throne of pride in your life and choose to dwell in the hiding place of God, the only true King. Have a good day, Eagles.